Every myth has an official story, but is it the truth? The official story of Mount Olympus is one of divine perfection. A realm of glittering palaces, of gods with flawless bodies and effortless power. A world of Apollo's radiant beauty, of Aphrodite's breathtaking grace, of Zeus's absolute authority. It was an exclusive club for the beautiful and the powerful, a perfect family of immortals. But this perfect family had a dark secret, a flaw they tried to hide, a son they literally threw away. He was not beautiful. He was not graceful. He was born broken, twisted, and lame. Covered in the soot of his forge, he was the god of sweat and labor in a world of leisure and light. He was Hephaestus, the outcast. But what if the Olympians' perfection was a fragile illusion, built entirely on the labor of the one they deemed imperfect? What if the ugliest god was the secret source of all their most beautiful and powerful treasures? Today, we investigate the ultimate underdog story, the tale of a rejected prince who became the indispensable master of the gods. Hephaestus' story begins with the greatest trauma a child can endure: absolute rejection at the moment of birth. In the halls of Olympus, where perfection was the only acceptable currency, Queen Hera, in a fit of jealous rage against her husband, willed herself to conceive a child alone. But the son she bore was not a perfect god. He was born frail, shriveled, and with a lame leg. To Hera, obsessed with her own regal image and the flawless bloodline of the Olympians, this was not a son. It was a disgrace, a stain upon her honor. In a horrifying act of maternal cruelty, she took her own newborn infant, a being who knew nothing but the warmth of the womb, and hurled him from the divine peak of Mount Olympus. For 9 days and 9 nights, he fell, a screaming, broken thing, tumbling through the cosmos, until he crashed into the endless sea. It was an act designed to erase a mistake. But he did not die. He was rescued by 2 sea nymphs, Thetis and Eurynome, who took him to their secret grotto beneath the waves. It was here, in the quiet darkness of the ocean floor, that Hephaestus experienced the first kindness he had ever known, a stark contrast to the cold, murderous rejection of his own mother. For 9 years, Hephaestus honed his craft in his secret underwater forge, his heart burning not just with furnace fire, but with a cold, patient desire for revenge. In this sanctuary, far from the scorn of Olympus, he became a master. He learned the language of metal, the secrets of fire, and how to forge objects of impossible beauty and power. He created breathtaking jewelry for his adoptive mothers, pieces that shimmered with the light of the ocean itself. But his greatest creation was a secret, a masterpiece of vengeance. He forged a magnificent golden throne, the most beautiful object ever made, and sent it to Olympus as a gift for the mother who had cast him away. Delighted by the exquisite craftsmanship and seeing it as a plea for forgiveness, Queen Hera proudly sat upon it. In that instant, invisible, unbreakable chains, fine as silk, sprang from the throne, binding her completely. She was trapped. The gods panicked. Ares, the god of war, tried to break the chains with brute force, but they were impervious. None of their power could free their queen. They finally realized their predicament. Only the creator of the trap could undo it. They were forced to beg the crippled son they had all scorned to return to Olympus and save them. Hephaestus refused the gods' pleas until they sent Dionysus, the god of wine, who cleverly got him drunk and led him back to Olympus on a donkey in a comical yet triumphant procession. He agreed to free Hera, but at a price, a permanent place on Olympus, a forge of his own in the hand of the most beautiful goddess, Aphrodite, in marriage. Zeus agreed, perhaps seeing it as a cruel cosmic joke, to bind beauty to the beast. The union was a disaster from the start. Aphrodite, the goddess of passion and beauty, was repulsed by her lame, soot-covered, hard-working husband. She soon began a passionate, secret affair with his handsome, brutish brother, Ares. But Hephaestus was a master of more than just metal. His mind was just as sharp. Alerted to the betrayal by the sun god Helios, he forged his most subtle creation, an invisible, unbreakable net of golden thread, as fine as a spider's web. He hung it over his marriage bed, feigned a journey, and the two lovers fell right into his trap. Hephaestus then threw open the doors and summoned all the other gods to come and witness the humiliating spectacle, exposing the hypocrisy at the heart of their perfect world. The story is told. Hephaestus' life was a profound tragedy, a story of an eternal outsider. He was scorned by his mother, cheated on by his wife, and mocked by the other gods for his limp. Yet, in a final, beautiful irony, this broken god was the one who made the Olympians magnificent. He was the indispensable creator. He forged Zeus's mighty thunderbolts, Poseidon's earth-shaking trident, Hades' helm of invisibility, Hermes' winged sandals, Artemis' silver bow, and Achilles' legendary armor. Every symbol of their power, every tool of their glory, came from the scarred hands of the very god they ridiculed. The story of Hephaestus is a powerful testament to the idea that true worth comes not from superficial perfection, but from the skill you cultivate in the fires of adversity. He is the ultimate underdog, the ugly god who created all the beauty. So, what was Hephaestus' greatest triumph? His clever revenge, or the simple fact that the gods who scorned him were completely and utterly dependent on his genius.